We'll get into this one. Again, Neon Esports, they're playing for their tournament lives right now. They lose this game number 2, they are completely out, and Ehome goes straight through. Of course, again, I am in Dota TV right now as well, because who the hell knows. Of course, after this game, we're going to have to go and reconnect the stream again, which is annoying because we had to do that the first time, but we're going to have to do it one more time. I'm going to have to make sure all the connections are good on my end, because obviously we don't have to go to Dota TV every time tonight. But if we do have to do that, then we've got to adjust the delay again. So we'll find out. But after this game, the stream may go down a bit while we're fixing all that. Of course, you won't miss out on any of the games coming up, though. We'll be here making sure that we're ready before the game starts. Just an FYI.
30 seconds to battle.
It's always great to have these problems show up at the last minute. Bot lane. Fly Solo. Actually going to cop a bit of harassment here, though. He isn't undying. He'll be fine. Thinking about throwing out that decay, but does wait out on it. He's got to be careful not to fall too low here. They will go and swipe the bounty rune at the top. Scarlicious will take care of that, though. He may be surrounded. Phoenix comes in. Looks like there's a Fisher again onto Fly Solo. They'll just block him, making sure he can't go in for that bounty rune. Though now, without that Fisher, you can't go after Scarlicious, who overextended for that bounty. They are going to make the chase, but it will only be harassment coming out. Faith Beyond. Not sure what the plan was there. Well, Scarlicious on that Terrorblade will immediately go into the Metamorphosis. ASD again against Mark this time around on that puck. Last time it was ASD on the Tinker versus the Kunkka, and well, again they had a great start but didn't really work out. Though Faith bot lane falling very, very low. Fly Solo continuing the chase. He has mangoes for the decay. The Faith will death pulse and he will actually make it out alive. Why was there with a lot of harassment. Top lane Ego doesn't seem to be having too bad of a time. They will actually block in the creep wave as well, so you get the equilibrium going your way. Play hard. Again, with this Rubik, it is very hard to dish out harassment to the other supports. Like, Rubik does not trade well at all, and now Rappy may find himself in trouble. They don't have the Fisher available. He's almost got the mana for it. In fact, he will stick charge up, and it looks like Rappy should just be dead here. Though they are missing quite a few right clicks. Ego actually can't find it, though he will cancel the salve off at the least. So Rappy somehow gets out of there alive. Guess that Drunken Brawler. In fact, it's not even Drunken Brawler. It was just a Drunken Haze that did all that work. You know, Ego ends up falling quite low himself on that Troll Warlord, but he'll be fine. He'll salve up. And again, Rappy will be a bit on the back foot in this top lane. Fly Solo actually getting very low. Y is setting up for a kill attempt right now. Though he does have 16 added strength from that decay. So it's not going to be as easy as it looks. He still is sitting at almost 500 HP on that Undying. ASD and Mark pretty much trading farm freely in this mid lane. Like, ASD is slightly ahead on that Storm Spirit, but really it's not that much. So Scarlicious bot lane falling very, very low. He's ticking down to the Icarus dive, and Faith will be there with the Death Pulse. So Faith finding his, well, its first kill of the game, but the second kill with this bot lane. So things already getting off to a good start for the side of the Dire. Of course, Neon can't afford to lose these lanes in this game. They will fall way too far behind if they do. Especially in that mid game, being up against a Storm Spirit and a Troll Warlord. It just becomes absolute hell. Mind you though, Mark, mid lane again, he is trading very evenly with ASD right now. And so, at the very least, this mid lane won't be lost anytime soon anyway.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Fisher out top lane again. That Drunken Haze though, it's going to make it hard. Rappy should be able to back off, but the block's coming out from the Earthshaker. Very nice indeed, and Ego making the chase, though the lift was there. Rappy, very hard to kill on that Brewmaster. Meanwhile, bot lane though, Fly Solo does end up falling. And so again, this bot lane continues to be dominated by Ehome. Looks like top lane, they will make a chase onto the Earthshaker now. Play hard, has the Fade Bolt in a few seconds, but he won't get it in time. Perhaps he'll just use it on Ego instead. The Whirling Axes come out. Now he's pretty low. Fisher is available, and again, Rappy, can he get out of this one? No, he cannot. The lift wasn't there in time. At the very least, Play hard will be able to get out of there safely. Yes. Meanwhile, mid lane, ASD falling very, very low on that Storm Spirit. Looks like he will just go Shrine up immediately. ASD gonna farm up the jungle a bit. At this point, it does appear he's struggling against Mark now. Of course, Mark sitting at that level 6 mark with the Dream Coil can be pretty hard to contest. He does hit very hard on that puck as well. On top lane, they are going again. The Rappy still sitting there pretty healthy. Wants to make a chase with Fly Solo. Without the Primal Split though, you have no lockdown. There you go. We'll just be able to walk out of this safely with his Earthshaker. Mid lane though, happy. Mark may get jumped on. He already used that phase shift, and with Y there, should be an easy pick off. He's really got no way out of this. So no, the lift comes in. Y still throwing out the Fire Spirits. It won't be enough though. They'll end up losing Y on that Phoenix. And now ASD just trying to grab the double damage. He will grab it. Now Play hard may end up losing his life. So support for a support. In fact, ASD, he might find Mark here as well. The orb is there though in time. Some great plays though, especially out of Play hard on that Rubik to be there in time and make sure Mark doesn't fall. Though it will be just a support for a support. Skylicious again bot lane as well. Falling very, very low to Faith Beyond.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There you go. May end up falling. They've got the lift available, but Rappy, the Fisher is there, but it's more of a protection Fisher, just to make sure they can't actually go forward. I'm not sure if they wanted to go after Rappy still, but he's still at about 300 HP. And again, with that Drunken Brawler and the Drunken Haze, it is very hard to connect all those shots. They Play hard. A much easier target for Ego, though again, Drunken Haze comes in, and Ego now falling relatively low. Actually, Play hard, just standing there and man-fighting. Rappy may be able to turn this around. They do have Mark there. The Dream Core comes in, and now the Earthshaker will also end up falling.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
Great rotation from Mark to make that double kill happen. And they definitely aren't making the same mistakes as game number 1. This did give a bit more time for the Storm Spirit to farm up. He's going to be going straight into that Kaya next. It looks like ASD. Going to see if he can find a pick off top lane now. The Rappy will have salved up by this point, and in fact, he will just farm the jungle for a bit. Meanwhile, bot lane, Faith Beyond actually has a Helm of Dominator on this Necrophos. That's not something you see too often, but I guess it kind of works. Why the hell not?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're going to keep pushing down that bot lane. T1 already falling. Ego actually switches up and goes to the mid lane himself now. And looks like ASD will take over that top. It's still not going to be a very easy lane for him at this top against Rappy, but I guess at the very least he has a way to escape in that ball lightning. And meanwhile, again, Faith Beyond, he'll just keep pushing out that bot lane. Dream Call will come out. Only on the Earthshaker though. Nice pick off though from Mark. He will take him out. And now Faith Beyond going to be in trouble. The Primal Split is also available though. Icarus Dive comes in. No Egg is available on Y. He is still only level 5. And that means Faith Beyond should just end up dropping. But with this Sunray Ghost Shroud, it may be enough time to heal him up. He's got no help coming in though. And now Y, he's a sitting duck as well. They cyclone him up. He's got no Icarus Dive though. He can't really outwalk them though. Fisher does come in. Orb will finish him off. And Mark is now on a mega kill streak for himself. Meanwhile, play hard. We'll be able to snag a bounty. And in fact, the Earthshaker did end up taking it. Mark will be in trouble. A nice bash comes out. That is so unlucky. That is a 10% chance. Ego ends up finding on a Mark and he couldn't actually go to the orb, which was going to be around that shrine area. And he has maxed out the Berserker's Rage, so that was a 1.6 second bash. Just enough time so the orb wore off. I guess if you get lucky, you get lucky. Why the hell not? Mid lane is being pushed in by Faith Beyond now. He does have the double siege creeps, because of course one of them is dominated by him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So bot lane, they're going to start to push out again from Ehome.
Killing spree.
And actually flies solo in a very awkward position. Gets taken down by ASD, who does have the full Kaya up now. And Ehome, they don't look like they're going to slow down. Like, well, actually, there is an Echo Slam coming out. It is just on to play hard. Nevertheless, they find the kill, and I suppose they really want this tier 2 tower, so they will take it down. And I mean, Neon Esports, they were looking good at the start, but you look at that net worth graph, there's 6k currently to the way of Ehome. And it's going more towards that 7k mark. Meanwhile, Skadi, does he even have a Sunder? No, he hasn't leveled it yet. So ASD, gonna wait around. He knows that Skadi can't survive this. With the Vortex there as well, Skadi just does end up dying. It's just way too much magic damage. The rotations were way too slow as well. Though they will throw out a Dream Core perhaps. Not in range quite yet. Oh, and he throws it up the hill. He didn't really see ASD running towards the east. And now a smoke comes out immediately from Ehome. They're going for a Roshan. I thought they were going to punish. But that bot lane is being pushed in. So Neon's going to make a decision. Do you take tier 3 tower damage, or do you go defend this Roshan? On top of that, they don't even know the Roshan's being taken. So Ehome just going to swipe this under their noses. They're going to try and push out that tier 1 top tower a bit. And yeah, they have no idea this is happening. That smoke play coming up from Ehome really paying off odds. Now Skadi going down bot lane as well. ASD just sticks around, waits for someone to defend and picks them off immediately. By doing that as well, they probably still think that the Roshan's not being taken. Now it's gone. Aegis will be there on Ego. Obviously, you probably would have preferred to give it to the Storm Spirit, but ASD, he finds a very valuable kill across the map anyway, so he doesn't care. And you look at Skardy's farm right now, he's not even at 3.5k yet. Like, in comparison to the Storm Spirit, 7.5k, 6.5k on the Troll Warlord. Not the greatest of news. Though Neon, they're going to go for a smoke attempt. They understand they're falling very far behind. They need to find some nice pickoffs. And they can do so. Like, they're not that behind in levels. It's just mostly farm that they're behind in. And so if they can find some pickoffs now, it could bring them back into this game. Mind you, you may be fighting into an Aegis if you're not careful. Though they are going to find the Earthshaker by the looks of it. And it should be an easy pick. He doesn't have a blink tag yet anyway. And Mark actually missed the silence. But they will be able to find this eventually. I wouldn't go as far as saying it was worthwhile, but like not for a 5-man smoke. But at least they know the Earthshaker's down. Though while that's happening, the tier 2 mid is going to be pushed in. They're going to try and push the tier 1, but it is definitely not worth the trade. But it's all they can really find. They can't fight into an Aegis against this Troll Warlord. So they take what they can get at the top. Perhaps they'll find a straggler here and there now from the side of Ehome if they're lucky. But you can see Faith Beyond, he's already scouting out with this Centaur. Making sure nobody's in front of him.
Stupendous.
It's like ASD. He's going to stick around at that bot lane. He's just going to wait for Skardy to show up. Top lane as well. Looks like they may make another gank attempt onto the Earthshaker. Should be a very easy one. They have the Dream Coil available, and he commits the Echo Slam. There was no Dream Coil, and now the Fissure as well. With that Sun Ray, it may be enough. ASD actually misses out. Mark, he does not get away. Bit of a delay coming up from Mark, and I guess he thought maybe he could get it without that Dream Coil, but it was not the case. Seven to 12 now. 10k net worth lead for the side of Ehome. Now ASD looking for more. Doesn't have much mana left on him though, to be fair, but he doesn't even need it. Fly Solo ends up falling. Now though, Primal Split, he really doesn't want to die. He does get stunned up mid-animation, but he will just zip out. Meanwhile, Ego, he still holds on to the Aegis. They do have the egg available as well on Y if they need it. They just keep cycloning him up, but Faith Beyond, he's ready to help out, and now Mark, he jumps in. Dream Coil still not committed. Fissure comes out. They actually found Mark. He couldn't orb out in time. It was perfectly timed from the Earthshaker, and now he's in massive trouble. He tries to go for the deny. It looks like he will find it. A nice play from Mark, at the very least, to get the deny off, but the problem is, when you deny yourself to neutral creeps like that, your respawn timer is much higher than it actually should be. So now he'll have to wait another 35 seconds, which will mean Ehome will rotate up to that top lane instead, and they'll go and try to take the tier 2 tower while he's down. And I imagine they'll just get it for free anyway. Meanwhile, again, like you think, well, where's Skardalicious? Why isn't he farming on this Terrorblade? Well, look what ASC's doing. He's waiting around at that bot lane. He's farming the jungle camps. And Skardy knows as soon as he gets found out, he's going to end up going down. The nice Fissure comes out from Playhard on that Rubik. And now they do jump onto the Troll Warlord. Aegis is down. This is the best chance they have right now with that Metamorphosis. Ego completely trapped in. Though they will jump in. Icarus Dive is there. The egg is not available. And, well, they will get Ego. Now can they find more, though? Why? No dive available. Faith Beyond is there. Reaper's Scythe is available, but he doesn't want to throw it out quite yet. Nobody's there to take down. Though Fissure comes out from the Earthshaker, this may make it a bit awkward. They'll lift back Faith, and they throw him outside. Why would you lift him past the Fissure? Perhaps they were just afraid of getting jumped by Faith, I guess, but he was pretty low. Now Faith, he'll just take down Fly Solo with the Reaper Scythe. He's probably just as confused as I am. As well as that, nice Fisher coming out from play hard, but he cops on one of his own. And he will end up losing his life. And ASD again finds himself on a godlike streak. He's got some insane farm as well. He's got the Treads, Kaya, the Bottle, and the Bloodstone. Like, it's going to be really hard to shut him down now. He's just got free reign over this game at this point. Smoke is there from Ehome. Just waiting for someone to try and pick off Ego on this Troll Warlord, but I don't see it happening. Like, they know even if they try to go after Ego, he may actually end up surviving and fighting back quite easily. Rappy is waiting there with the Primal Split. White going for a D ward right now. We'll find it as well. Stolen. They do get the Fire Spirits. Now Mark, he will go in. Dream Call available, but they won't bother. Why again? With that Fisher, he's going to be very afraid of that. Because he's already been stopped twice from orbing out because of the Fishers from Y on that Earthshaker.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Oh, stupendous. Begin.
Now ASD gonna end up finding himself a double damage rune as well. Mid lane, perfect timing for him. ASD just takes down play hard. Now the egg is down as well. And you can't fight into this if you're on the side of Neon Esports. You just can't. They haven't got the greatest ways of bursting down the egg either, which makes it even harder. Skadi, what's he got right now? I mean, he's got a Yasha up with the Treads. He's getting close to finishing the Dragonlance, but the problem is as soon as he picks it up, unless they win the high ground defense, he's going to have no buyback available. It looks like they are going to try and go for a pick off onto Y now, and it should be a fairly easy one, but he does dive. Though he's stuck around. Dream Call available again. They'll commit it this time around. And Y, well, he'll end up overextending and he will fall. A nice pickup for Neon Esports. Faith Beyond, mid lane. Still feels very confident. He's got a full pipe up as well. Like, it's so hard to burst this Necrophos down now. Yeah, sure, his HP isn't that high, but
Radiant are scanning.
he's got so much magic resistance on this Necrophos. That's really one of the best ways to try and burst him down, because he has the Ghost Shroud if you can't do that. Meanwhile, ASD going for the full Orchid before he initiates again, it seems. Although, he may find Skydalicious in the tree line. Though Skadi will not show out. He will go straight for the TP. ASD did not actually check that tree line at all. Now, though, mid lane, this is a good team fight for them. Ego immediately drops. He used the 10-second BKB charge as well. Now the egg is there from Y, and he will get it all the way, it seems. Although ASD is here now to ruin the party for Neon. Reaper's Scythe on Rappy will not find the kill, but they'll eventually get it. Play Hard's also gone. It's 4 down for the side of Neon Esports, and ASD wants more. Though he is out of mana, he may have to stop. But he does have 21 Bloodstone charges. So it's not exactly like it's going to take him long. And he clarity's up as well. I think Ehome perhaps will go high ground right now. At the very least, Neon has lasted longer than the last game already. The last game did end in 22 minutes. So that's a positive. ASD, how far are you willing to dive, sir? Apparently not into the fountain. Not without mana anyway. Orchid is completely up as well on ASD now. Though they can't push this tier 3 tower very quickly without the Troll Warlord, and Ego won't even bother showing up. He'll just stay at that bot lane, and now Faith going to be chased down. Orb is there, Dream Call will be available in just a second though. Why? We'll have the Sunray, and there's the Fisher coming in. They're going to lock down Mark, and he's gone. Now Rappy jumps in, Primal Split, not actually available though. Why? Very close to falling, will manage to survive just for the moment. Now here comes Ego, goes straight after Play Hard. And ASD, again, jumps straight in. Who's he going for? He'll go after Rappy this time around. Not the easiest kill in the world, but not exactly the hardest either. They do have buybacks. Looks like Ego, with the Troll Warlord now, we'll be able to push that tier 3 mid tower a lot faster, though there will be a buyback from Rappy. ASD, in fact, no, that's Play Hard. Stole the ball, Lightning. They may take down the Earthshaker, though the Sunray keeping him up, and now ASD. Who's he going on? He goes straight after Play Hard on that Rubik. Their Sheep Dream Call is there. Though again, the Sunray is healing them up this whole time. Apologies. Looks like Ego will go after the Roshan. Ego, Sergeant Yasha up with a BKB. Mind you, he did waste the 10-second charge, but I mean, really, who the hell cares at this point if you're Ehome? 23k net worth lead. Dota Plus, what do you think? Well, Dota Plus has a 100% chance of winning, so they're not even... There's no error, apparently. No chance of error for Dota Plus. Ehome's won this 100%. We'll see how accurate that is. I believe that's the first time I've seen 100% around the 26-minute mark, so that's kind of insane. Ego, though, may get jumped. Skylicious starts off with the Metamorphosis. Ego, he will eat the cheese and now get started. Immediately onto Skadi, who BKB doesn't help with those bashes. Sunder will come out, but they're at the same HP anyway. The Reaper scythe him. Ego, he'll buy back immediately. Now ASD comes in. Straight onto Rappy on that Brewmaster. And that's 3 down. No buybacks available. It looks like Fly Solo could have been the next target, and he will be. There's nothing... It's really hard, Neon. They're 25k net worth behind. Like, it's so hard to come back from this. And Ehome, they came to play today, and they called GG. Fair enough. So that'll be it for this series, ladies and gentlemen. A very quick one. I believe we literally only had an hour worth of playtime. In fact, not even that. It was about 50 minutes total of playtime throughout these 2 games. We will have to restart the stream, by the way, and I've got to jump into the lobby